most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thakara.
Man, this snow was just a nuisance this morning.
Yeah, and a little more than that in some spots.
Well,
but
in many areas, yes.
the problem is, right, you get to a point in winter where you're just ready to turn the page, and sometimes Mother Nature says, not so fast.
Yep, and I told you earlier, too, the snow was just heavier this time around. So
Yeah.
clearing it off your car took a lot of extra work.
Well, there's some pluses and minuses here, right? I mean, first of all, it was not as much snow as we had last time. Second of all, it's a heavier snow, but in addition to that, it's a heavier snow because it's not as cold. So therefore, the cleanup's going to be better because it's not going to freeze everything over like it did and stick around for 3 weeks. So there's positives and negatives here. But we do have some clouds around. We had some decent snow showers in Camp Hill last half hour. Now, here is Eville, and you can see it is very windy right now in parts of the region as this storm starts to wrap up and push into New England. But just snow-covered everywhere, snow-covered fields, windy conditions here in Lancaster at Penn Medicine Park, but the snow finally coming to an end. We even see some clearing. So over the last 3 hours, we still see some mini bands of snow on the very outer fringes of this storm, and there still may be a couple of snow showers around, but the larger brunt of this storm continues to be over New Jersey, New York, Boston now getting hammered, feet of snow across coastal New England and New Jersey and New York. So listen, we said 4 to 8 inches. Some places, got less than that, but these were some of the totals and why we kept those higher numbers, because we thought the elevations could do well with this, and places like Mount Alto did over 8 inches there. Places to the east like Lancaster County and Christiana got over 6. 6 in Rockville, Dillsburg at 5, and Millersville coming in just shy of 4 at about 3.5 inches there. So temperatures this morning in the mid-30s and haven't moved much. New Oxford at 36, 34 in Elliotsburg, Cap City Airport at 35, and notice the winds. I mean, they're starting to pick up. Now at about 16 miles an hour in New Cumberland, and Halifax is at 35 right now. So the storm, the brunt of it, continues to sit over Philly and coastal New Jersey. We have some clouds, although this clearing process is rather gradual. Temperatures are in the mid-30s, as we said, and they're going to continue to stay there. Shippensburg with a wintry landscape. We're actually going to see the numbers tumble tonight, likely down into the upper teens and low 20s. So it's going to be a cold night. Yesterday, snowfall at the airport measuring 1.5 inches. I think the total is going to be around 4 for the airport. We'll get that official word tonight. But windy and chilly here. There's the storm. It's going to wrap up into New England. And then we've got another wave coming in, a Clipper system tomorrow night with a little light snow. Watch this. Today we'll get some clearing, probably not until tonight. And then tomorrow looks like a decent day, partly cloudy, but cold and breezy. And then tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, here comes a little Clipper. This could put down a coating to an inch of snow in the pre-dawn hours of Wednesday before we get some more clearing later in the day. So highs today in the upper 30s, and then watch this, we fall tonight. So it is going to get cold tonight and freeze up again before temperatures make a run into the 30s here for tomorrow afternoon. So the rest of the day will feature highs in the upper 30s at 38. It's going to be windy today as the storm wraps up. Cold tonight, James. Some of us may fall into the teens and, like I said, low 20s. And then we have to watch tomorrow night a coating to an inch of snow from a Clipper. And then again Thursday, a bigger storm that looks like it could bring some wintry mix to the region here Thursday night. So we're not out of the woods yet, but look at Saturday.
Yes, the light at the end of the tunnel there.
We hope. 52, mostly sunny.
For this week anyway.
Good looking weekend day.
All right, thank you very much, Brett. Up next.